All right, guys, welcome back. Evan Aldo here. Wanted to show you my latest kind of trades, do some analysis on the market. Really appreciate if you guys smash the like button, subscribe if you are new. Took a Bitcoin long setup this morning, cut it for a small loss because we saw the hourly bearish divergence. That's what I was kind of planning to do if the hourly bearish divergence kind of played out. Figured we'd come down, instead reverse course, went short, hit one take profit, and then added to this trade risk-free right now. We'll see if it does come down more. It was a risk-free trade. We'll get stopped out in profit if it doesn't work out. And it's all about kind of hedging the bets. If you guys are interested in the Discord, link down below. And if you're interested in trading, check out FAIRDESK and MEXC down below. All the exchanges down below are the main ones that I've been using lately. So looking right here on the kind of hourly, we're getting the trigger wave to the upside. Last one kind of, that was pretty good. Now we're kind of close to zero line. So this is the main kind of bullish case right now. And if we zoom out a little bit, if you were to break upward here, you do have a big place, 35.6. If we're to break upward kind of out of this channel, we've been a little bit range bound in, right around there. 35.5 could be a good kind of place. Also, these wicks up here at around 35.1 are going to be important places as well to keep an eye on. 4 hours more your bearish case, bear div confirmed. RSIs are coming down as well. And when you kind of look at some of these do look more bearish, like your 6 hour, your 8 hour money flow is still strong. Nothing too bad there, but it is a bearish div printing. So we got to keep an eye on that. I guess more your bullish case would be, you got some money flow starting to come down here. But if these VWAPs come up on like your daily, your 20 hour, these could potentially kind of bring us higher. And that's what I'd be looking for, eventually come up higher. Now, right now, what we could look at more of the short term is, you're jumping up, you got kind of a trigger wave type thing here. And then money flow is pretty strong. So it kind of looks like the short term, you may be able to jump up a little bit more. And if we really zoom in here, maybe on our 4 minute, money flow coming up, which is good. We got to even go maybe on the 1 minute here. This is somewhat of a reverse head and shoulders forming where we could go from neckline, where would our technical target be? Yeah, you probably could come up, a little bit more in the short term, I would guess, around 34,520, I would guess, to make that trade. I mean, that is, let's see here, if you were to, you could do a stop down there, and then that's, it's above a 1.0 risk-reward ratio if you were to take profit around there. I mean, you could even go tighter theoretically, but your risk would be a little bit higher. I usually like to go, you could do that probably. You'd probably be okay. Think about this risk-reward ratio. You're 1.3. You only need to win, half your trades and you'll be profitable. You only need to win half your trades if you have that type of risk-reward ratio. So just keep that in mind. If you have a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio, you only need to win 1 out of 3 trades. So keep that in mind when you see in the Discord, if half the trades are getting stopped out and you have, if you have above a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio, you're still going to be profitable. So don't get too deterred too much, when some trades get stopped out. It's all about kind of hedging your bets. It's all a big kind of psychology game. So that's Bitcoin right now. Based on when I look at the weekly too, weekly and the monthly, good signal of continuation potentially, especially that green dot on the monthly there. So we'll keep that in mind. Our volume area high is up here, 34.7. So we'll potentially see what happens there. But however, we may get bear div on the 6 minutes. So anything could happen here. We're making some higher lows though. Let's look at ETH a little bit. Breaking out of this kind of channel thing, tail target is around 1900, which would be kind of cool if we do see a Halloween kind of bounce. Almost a green dot, I guess, trigger wave from over here on the 30 minute for ETH. Ultimately another trigger wave there. So nice jump off of that 30-minute point of control. Maybe we'll head up back up to the 30-minute volume area high there. Same trigger wave kind of forming on the hourly on Ethereum. But when you look at some of these time frames, not printing any bear divs yet, but even from there, not a bear div. So, wow, ETH actually does look a little bit better in Bitcoin at the moment, I would say. Money flow coming up, that daily looks pretty good. And, you may form a trigger wave to the bottom, but that can take time on that 3-day. And your weekly's not bad, still in the green. Monthly about to form a trigger wave. Now, let's look at, I think, who posted? I think it was Pentoshi posted that ETH was looking good on Twitter. Pentoshi might be right. We could be, daily green Heikin-Ashi. We could see some strength against Bitcoin theoretically, but it's bled a lot, so be careful. Definitely bled a lot here, and then looks like you could break down farther, which I think you might. So maybe a little bit of a short-term, short-term type bounce thing here, but I don't know how long that would last. 4ELX is 20-hour. Bull div, money flow looks like it might want to come up. You may see a little bit of strength of ETH against Bitcoin right here, so just keep that in mind. And yeah, I mean, we can move on to some of these. Cardano up to 30 cents. I've been talking about 30 cents, this area. This area is going to be big, and then after that, potentially 33 cents right here. That golden pocket right there, and then money flow kind of coming up right there. So that's ultimately what I'm looking at. A green dot there. So it seems like, oh man, it seems like we could see a little bit of an altcoin season potentially. I just want to look at Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, it is coming down, which I think it will probably go higher, but I do think that you may consolidate a bit more here, especially with money flow coming out, and we could see some altcoins come up. But keep in mind, though, we are at the bottom. This is a pretty big place here, so we could just start to jump up and have Bitcoin continue to outperform altcoins. I do think that ultimately monthly red dot I would be looking at. And then monthly red dot in terms of this, topping out, and bear div on the 2-week bear div off of like 55%, something of that nature. I was on Trading Wars earlier, having some fun with an AVAX long or short or long. Yeah, AVAX long, I think I did, which worked out pretty well. Some of these do have potential to come up a bit farther. Let me just get rid of that. I mean, yeah, that wick is pretty big up there, $12, maybe even farther. I mean, nothing looks too bad just yet on this one right here, so we'll just keep that. Definitely have to keep that in mind. So yeah, money flow coming up, and then some of these Matic, maybe get back to that golden pocket in the short term. But bull div, I mean, nothing looks too bad here. I mean, you potentially could even get up to 75 cents in this rally upward based on that weekly, so keep that in mind. I want to take a last kind of look at the S&P 500 just to see how that's correlating with everything, and still bleeding against Bitcoin, I would think. Had a little bit of recovery coming up to this pocket. We'll see if this could recover more. We'll see if this, the potential bull div on the daily could kind of play out here, or maybe even form one on the 2-day with those kind of gapped RSIs. But I think the daily is the main bullish case. And then if we look at the monthly still doesn't look good. Kind of trigger wave based on that to potentially come down farther. So have to see what happens here. It's going to be pretty wild to see. We got the FOMC meeting coming up on Wednesday. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what ends up happening with all this. So anyway, guys, that's all I got right now. If you guys want to check out the Discord, get a lot of good trade setups, exclusive TA from me and 3 other analysts, link down below. Also, check out FAIRDESK. We give away the $100 bonus every week. Also on MEXC, we are doing a new Halloween trading competition. Trade to win. The higher the trading volume, the more potential you could get. So the more you trade, the more potential rewards you can get, obviously. But don't be stupid. Use good risk management. But the link is down below. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys. Have a good one.